Hi everyone, our lesson today is past perfect form and usage. So for the form of past perfect, so we have had plus past participle, had plus past participle. So here we have in this chart we have positive form, negative form and question, okay, for past perfect. So here for positive form we have I had written. So look here, we have had plus past participle of verb right is written. You had written, he had written, she had written, it had written, we had written, you had written, they had written. Okay, so this is a positive form of past perfect. I will repeat again. I had written, you had written, he had written, she had written, it had written, we had written, you had written, they had written. Then we have negative form. So for negative form we have hadn't, okay, plus past participle of verb play, played. Okay, so here we can say I hadn't played, you hadn't played, he hadn't played, she hadn't played, it hadn't played, we hadn't played, you hadn't played, they hadn't played. Okay, I will repeat again. I hadn't played, you hadn't played, he hadn't played, she hadn't played, it hadn't played, we hadn't played, you hadn't played, they hadn't played. Then we have question. So for question we have had plus subject plus past participle of verb read, which is read. Okay, here we have subject, had plus subject. Here we have I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Then plus past participle of verb read. Had I read, had you read, had he read, had she read, had it read, had we read, had you read, had they read. I will repeat again. Had I read, had you read, had he read, had she read, had it read, had we read, had you read, had they read. Okay, so these are the three forms of past perfect: positive form, negative form and question. Yeah, now we can move on short answers. For short answers we have positive and negative. So for positive answer we have yes I had, yes you had, yes he had, yes she had, yes it had, yes we had, yes you had, yes they had. I will repeat again. Yes I had, yes you had, yes he had, yes she had, yes it had, yes we had, yes you had, yes they had. For negative, no I hadn't, no you hadn't, no he hadn't, no she hadn't, no it hadn't, no we hadn't, no you hadn't, no they hadn't. I will repeat again. No I hadn't, no you hadn't, no he hadn't, no she hadn't, no it hadn't, no we hadn't, no you hadn't, no they hadn't. For usage here in this chart we have usage and some examples. So usage example. So we use past perfect to describe an action finished before another past action. I will repeat again. We use past perfect to describe an action finished before another past action. Example, here we have Susan had prepared. So look here, we have past perfect, had prepared lunch when her husband arrives. Okay, so Susan had prepared lunch when her husband when her husband arrived. Okay, so here we have past perfect and here we have simple past. Okay, then we use it also to describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past. Okay, so we use past perfect to describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past. So example, here we have Richard had never been to London before last month. Okay, so we have had been. Here we have had plus past participle of verb to be, which is been. So Richard had never been to London before last month. Okay, then we use it also to describe cause and effect combined with the past simple. Okay, we use past perfect to describe cause and effect, which means combine with the past simple. Okay, so here we have she got stuck in the traffic because there had been an accident. Okay, here we have a simple past here got. She got stuck in the traffic because there had been an accident. So here we have past perfect, had been, had plus past participle verb to be, which is been. So she got stuck in the traffic because there had been an accident. Then the last usage here, we have to emphasize the result of an activity in the past. Okay, we use past perfect also to describe to emphasize the result of an activity in the past. Okay, so here we have he had been to Paris twice before the time he got a job in London. Okay, so here we have he had been, so this is past perfect, to Paris twice by the time he got a job in London. Okay, so here for usage of past perfect, so here we use it 1 to describe an action finished before another past action, 2 to describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past, 3rd to describe cause and effect combined with past simple, 4th to emphasize the result of an activity in the past. Here I suggest to use some exercise to do. So here we have put the verbs in simple past or past perfect. Here I try to mix between simple past and past perfect. So the sentences we have here, we have 5 sentences. The first one, we have kids eat their dinner before they go to sleep. Kids eat their dinner before they go to sleep. Number 2, after he finish his work, he take a shower. After he finish his work, he take a shower. Okay. Number 3, when she come home, the coffee drop on the book. Okay. When she come home. Okay, here I'm sorry, I need here a comma. Here we have to use a comma. Okay, I will repeat again. When she come home, comma, the coffee drop on the book. Okay. Number 4, John sleep on the floor because his bed not arrived. I will repeat again. John sleep on the floor because his bed not arrived. Number 5, before I start revising my lessons, I eat lunch. Before I start revising my lessons, I eat lunch. Yes, so please try to answer to this exercise. After 2 minutes, I will give you the answers of these exercises. Okay. Yeah, so here we have answers. Okay, so we have put the verbs in simple past or past perfect. Okay, so we have kids had eaten their dinner before they went to sleep. So here had eaten, we have past perfect, we have had plus past participle verb eat, which is eating. Okay, so kids had eaten their dinner before they went to sleep, and here we use simple past. Go went before they went to sleep. Number 2, after he had finished his work, he took a shower. After he had finished his work, he took a shower. So here in this sentence we use in this part of sentence we use past perfect. We have had plus past participle verb finish, which is finished his work. He took a shower. So here take, simple past of take is took. Yeah, he took a shower. Took. Number 3, when she came home. Okay, when she came home, simple past. The coffee had dropped on the book. Had dropped on the book. So we have here past perfect. Had plus past participle verb drop is dropped. Okay. Number 4, John slept on the floor because his bed hadn't arrived. Okay, so John slept. So here we have I am sorry, make here a mistake. Here we have one E, not double E. Slept. Okay, we have to cross E here. So John slept. Okay, here we will use just one E, not double E. Okay, John slept. So I'm sorry, please, you have to cross one E. So John slept because simple past verb sleep is slept with one E, not two E, on the floor because his bed hadn't arrived. So here we use past perfect. Hadn't arrived. Why? Because we have not arrived. In past perfect, hadn't arrived. Okay. Before, number 5, before I started revising my lessons, I had eaten lunch. Okay, so here we have simple past. Started revising my lessons. I had eaten. So here we have past perfect. We have had plus past participle of eat. It's eating lunch. So before I started revising my lessons, I had eaten lunch. So thank you very much for your attention. Don't miss our next lesson.